Lexi Brown of the Los Angeles Sparks voiced her frustration when Ice Cube offered Caitlin Clark a contract rivaling NBA salaries. Brown, earning just over $80,000 this season, saw this as a disrespect to the WNBA. She expressed her discontent on social media, questioning why no other women's basketball player had been considered for such an offer in the last 7 years. Instead of supporting the existing women's league, they offer a massive contract to an NCAA player, she tweeted. Brown didn't stop at social media. She also criticized the decision on the Gill Arena show. She questioned the rationale behind offering such a contract to an amateur, especially during the NCAA tournament, and highlighted the offense to European countries that provide significant support to WNBA players. The controversy seemed fueled by a hint of envy. Despite earning over $300,000 during her WNBA career and additional income from overseas stints, Brown hadn't achieved the same level of public recognition as Clark. Clark, a household name, captivated audiences with her skills and charisma, turning every game into a sellout event broadcast nationally. Brown's tweets about Clark's offer resonated on the WNBA courts. In their first encounter, Clark showcased her exceptional playmaking skills and led her team to narrow the Sparks' lead. Despite Brown's relentless defense, Clark continued to dominate, both offensively and defensively. By halftime, Clark had racked up 4 rebounds and 4 assists, while Brown had only managed 2 assists and 2 rebounds. Clark's influence wasn't limited to offense. Her defensive skills were also on display, leading to crucial scoring opportunities for her team. The game continued with Clark orchestrating the Fever's offense with precision. Despite the Sparks' adjustments to double-team her, Clark still found her teammates, facilitating their scoring. The Fever momentarily let their guard down, allowing the Sparks to regain control. But Clark's defensive prowess shone through, forcing turnovers and denying crucial passes. In a particularly tense game, Clark executed a perfect give-and-go with NaLyssa Smith, cutting to the basket for an easy layup. Despite relentless double-teaming and harassment from Brown, Clark continued to shine, showcasing her exceptional playmaking skills. The second quarter saw a dramatic shift in momentum, with Clark contributing significantly to narrowing the Sparks' lead. Her court vision was on full display, finding teammates in perfect positions and facilitating seamless plays. By the end of the first half, the Fever trailed 45-34, but Clark's impact was undeniable. She had contributed significantly, racking up 4 rebounds and 4 assists in the second quarter alone. In stark contrast, Lexi Brown had managed just 2 assists and 2 rebounds in the entire first half. In the third quarter, the Fever's momentum continued to build, with Clark leading the charge. She orchestrated perfect ball movement, culminating in scoring opportunities for her teammates. As the game progressed, Clark's defensive skills were crucial. After a turnover by her team, she hustled back and stole the ball, leading to fluid ball movement and a scoring opportunity. Clark's lethal ball handling and court vision continued to shine, finding teammates for easy baskets. In the fourth quarter, the intensity ramped up. Clark launched a three-pointer, but it was blocked. However, Boston recovered the ball and scored, cutting the Sparks' lead to just 1 point. Clark quickly regrouped and found Boston again with a precise bounce pass, giving the Fever a 1-point lead. Clark continued to advance the ball up the court, orchestrating plays that extended the Fever's lead. With just 40 seconds left in the Fever's lead, at a slim 2 points, Mitchell found Clark facing off one-on-one against Brown. Clark put on a show, launching a deep three-pointer to seal the game for the Fever. The Indiana Fever picked up their first win of the season, beating the Sparks 78-73 after trailing by 11 points at halftime. Clark finished with an impressive stat line: 11 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and 4 steals, a near triple-double. Meanwhile, Lexi Brown, who had made headlines with her controversial comments, finished the game with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists, along with a loss. In their second head-to-head matchup, Clark continued to shine. From the opening tip, she was on a mission, showcasing her dynamic ability to drive and distribute. Despite her efforts, the Sparks ended the first quarter ahead. However, Clark's defensive capabilities were on full display, blocking shots and creating opportunities for her team. By the end of the first half, Clark had racked up 14 points and 5 assists, though the Fever were still down by 5 points. In the third quarter, Clark was once again the catalyst for the Fever. She orchestrated smooth offensive sequences and showcased her defensive skills, narrowing the Sparks' lead. Clark's relentless performance, both offensively and defensively, kept the Fever in contention. Despite the Sparks adjusting their strategy to double-team her, Clark still managed to find her teammates, facilitating their scoring opportunities. In the final moments of the game, with the score tied at 68-68, Clark's leadership was on full display. She orchestrated a play that led to Boston sinking a crucial shot, giving the Fever a 2-point lead. On the next possession, Clark's defensive prowess shone through, denying crucial passes and forcing turnovers, ultimately sealing the game for the Fever. Lexi Brown's initial comments had sparked a fierce response from Caitlin Clark, whose performances spoke louder than any tweet. Even in defeat, a star's light can shine the brightest. Clark's performances silenced her critics and solidified her status as one of the most promising young talents in the league.